I would like to thank His Excellency, the President of Rwanda, for accepting my invitation to visit Ethiopia. And we have discussed on major issues of cooperation between our two countries. The first one is since Rwanda and Ethiopia are showing progress in economic development in Africa, we decided to share experiences between our two countries, to share best practices that can help us to boost our economic growth in both our two countries. The issues of integration in the region was our agenda item, and we decided that there will be electricity interconnection between our two countries through the regional pool, and that integration will help us to boost, to transform our economies into industrial economy. And we also agreed to share best experiences in agriculture and rural development, which Rwanda has a best experience as well. And again, we agreed that we will cooperate on peace and security in our region. You know that Ethiopia and Rwanda contribute to peace and security of both in the eastern region, and we have also experience in the Great Lakes region. So both of us, we want to exchange our views and cooperate in pacifying our region as well as the continent. I think these are the major issues that we have discussed, and we will deepen and strengthen the already existing excellent relations between Rwanda and Ethiopia. Your Excellency, you might say a word.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister Hailemariam Desalegn, my brother, and thank you for the invitation. For us, we are happy to be here in the context, Prime Minister, you have well described. It's only natural that Rwanda and Ethiopia will collaborate, will work together, not only for the benefit of the two countries and our people, but also in the context of regional integration and helping to make sure that that contributes immensely to the strengthening and building of our continent. So we are happy to be here, and the discussions we have had, which you have already mentioned, and Rwanda is ready and willing and happy to play our part, as I know Ethiopia is, to use the advantage of the opportunities we have, but also the task of facing the past challenges we have had, as well as that prepares us for the future challenges and gives us the capacity to utilize the opportunities and build on them for our overall transformation, the transformation of our countries. And we want to do that as well as we think of how we work together with other African countries so that we all move in the right direction. So I can only say we are happy, and I have also had the opportunity to invite the Prime Minister at the convenient time for him to visit our own country, Rwanda, as a way of continuing with the relationship that is already excellent and continue deepening it further. So thank you very much.
Now, The floor is open for a couple of questions.
Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. President, thank you very much. My name is Groom, CCTV's correspondent. I'm afraid I'm taking you out of topic. Some flaming issue in South Africa. Xenophobic activities are tormenting not only Ethiopians, but other Africans. What's the reaction from the Ethiopian government? Are there any plans of evacuating citizens? Mr. President, any reactions on this as well? Thank you. This is a recent incident which no one will agree that we as Africans, we all feel that we have contributed for the liberation of South Africa from the yoke of colonialism and apartheid. So Africans should come together and should live everywhere where they want to live. Of course, based on the laws and regulations of that specific country. But we feel that this is an incident, and that incident can be taken care of by the ruling party, ANC, as well as the government.
We just talked about, for example, in the context of cooperation and working together and the excellent relationship between Ethiopia and Rwanda, being in the context of harmony and transformation of the whole continent. So if anything like that happens anywhere on our continent, it negates everything about that we are just talking about. It doesn't work for anybody, whether it is where it is taking place or anywhere else in the continent, and worse still, of course, as you see the people being affected. So it's something that would only take us backwards, not to advance anybody's cause, and we wish it didn't happen, but we also know that there are many who think it shouldn't happen even when it is happening, and I'm sure South Africa will take care of it because it is just the right thing to do, to fight that and stop it and even prevent it.
Thank you. This is a question for both leaders. My name is William Davison from Bloomberg News. I was hoping you could perhaps provide some more details on the planned interconnection, such as when you hope that electricity interconnection might be in place, ideas for funding of such an interconnection, and also a question to President Kagame. Obviously, there's been considerable speculation about whether you'll be seeking a constitutional amendment to run a third term in office, and I was hoping you could give us your latest thoughts on that issue. Thank you.
As far as the interconnection is concerned, you know that Ethiopia is already under the process of connecting with Kenya from Walaita Sodo station to Nairobi. That can lead to, without much ado, to Rwanda very easily. And of course, we have an agreement that there is an office in Addis Ababa regarding the Eastern African power pool. So with that in plan, I think we will easily connect Rwanda in the future.
I have not been party to the process of changing the constitution in my country. So it is hard for me to answer that question. It would have been better to put it to those who talk about changing the constitution, because the constitution is not a personal issue. It's not personal to me. It's for the people of Rwanda. In fact, they are the ones who put it in place. It's not even me. My contribution to that probably would have been quite minimal. Therefore, it would be not the right thing for me to discuss the constitutional change of any sort in my country, or make a constitutional change or review or anything particular to a single issue as the only thing about people. So reality is for me something that I hear, I watch, I inevitably think about it, but as to whether this or that will happen, and I haven't asked anybody for anything to happen as regards the Constitution. So I remain reserved up to a point when it is appropriate for me to express my views in the general context, but for those who will want my personal views, I also give them to them at the right time.
Let me take one question from the Rwandan side. Okay, only the last question over there, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President and Mr. Prime Minister. I am Kiram Tadese, representing the Daily Monitor. My question is that for both of you, it seems you, as a leader of the two countries, you have a similar economic progress, more or less similar towards development. So can we say that Rwanda and Ethiopia look the Western and Eastern world, specifically China and US, in similar eyeglass? Thank you.
Not alone Rwanda and US, but even Ethiopia and Rwanda cannot be seen by the same eyeglass. Because we are specific countries, we have our own situation and our own history and background. So I think we don't need to see any country by similar eyeglass, but we cooperate with both of them because we focus on our national interest. Thank you.
You need anything more than that?
Thank you.
Thank you.